everybody. Hope you're having a nice day. I know I am. Yo. All right, folks. Welcome to the show. My name is Joe. I am happy to show you my new shirt. It glows in the dark. Hey! And like glowing in the dark, don't call this a mocap. Call it a glow up. Alright? Don't call our stuff mocap, please. It's not nice to do that. Our stuff isn't mocap. No, it's more valuable than that. It's posterity. It's its own animal. It's called making gold. And today I want to show you how I make gold and how that makes me happy. Not just the money, economical aspects makes me happy. No, I'm always in a sunny mood. Ting. I'm always in a sunny mood. Why? Because I work with radiation. And I've realized that light is life. And that light will transform you into gold. It will transform you into a Midas, where everything you touch is gold. Look, boom, that's gold. 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 Boom, I am making my own gold. How? Well, it's the good old-fashioned Detroit Motor City way. Rock and roll, baby. We created out of thin air. Why? Because it makes me feel good. That's the only reason. It's great to be positive instead of negative and toxic. So let me show you how it's done. All right, we're coming up on the 3-minute mark. Now, we aim to make a bunch of motions, as many as we can. "30 minutes, please." So, what are you talking about, Willis? I know. That's funny, right? You're like, wait, Joe, what happened to you? Are you still in there? You're not trying to sell me something again, are you? No, what I'm selling, it's etched all over my face. I'm not trying to persuade you one bit. If you're not interested in me, please move along. But if you are interested in what I'm doing, I will give you some golden nuggets of information reserved only for the highest elitist artisans, craftsmen, and Illuminati on the earth. You don't think there's Illuminati on the earth right now? Of course there is. They handed me down their knowledge somehow. I don't know how I acquired it, but I don't question it. All I know is I have a newfound knowledge and a new attitude. And it's a revelation and a revolution. So you're like, what are you talking about, Joe? Well, I'm talking about creation itself. I'm talking about space-time, like Einstein. I'm talking about quantum physics and quantum computations. I'm talking about NVIDIA. See? NVIDIA? I'm talking about it. Blah, 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 blah. I'm talking about this NVIDIA. And what it does now, it's called the Maxine Pose Detection System. And what it does is it infers light into geometry. So once that light becomes the geometric reflections of what it lands on, then it can be measured. Okay, it sounds pretty complicated, right? Right? Check this out. I'm so sorry. All right, we're gonna go to all right. This is a huge folder, dude. Now we're gonna sort it by date modified, and it hasn't been modified since 1/4. Oh wow, I see what's going on here. So here we go with it, and there's at least 1,000 or 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 motions in here. Why quantity and quality? Why? Because you want quality, right? Well, Joe, quantity doesn't equal quality. Yes, it does. In the AI world, it does. You can have 5,000 good motions and 5,000 bad motions. And it'll take all of the trajectories and take into account all of the trajectory at the same time. So then it can infer. It's such an overwhelming data flow input. It's like putting a fire hose up to a straw, and it, you know, it's blasting fire hose sized data sets through a tiny golden straw. And we're going to get to that in just a second. But let's take it, the top one right here. It's called Swords 2, right? So how it infers light. Let me start out by saying this is the same exact technology that cosmologists use. Except our subject is 6 feet away and their subject is 6 billion light years away. Okay, there's no difference. Light still travels the same. We are still relative. See how I'm moving this camera right here? We are the observer. We are relative to somebody else. Somebody else's observations. Keep all this in mind. It's very relative that you understand relativity. Okay, if you really want to know what I'm doing here. Okay, so what are you doing here, Joe? Let me see if I can just turn off everything. Okay, so you see this, folks? Just a second. Let me turn that down a little bit. I have to get the music going, too.
Having insurance isn't the same as having State Farm. It's like needing a lawyer, but getting some
Okay,
guy
folks,
who
so
just watches
to make it extra
courtroom
groovy, I'm going to do this with a dark background, and it'll help you understand better,
You
okay?
object to what?
Erroneous.
Counsel, approach the bench.
Hey, can I get a wet?
You wouldn't settle for just any lawyer, so don't settle for just any insurance. Get the real
So-
deal at State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Look, we just slowed down for a second because
decorations
I
are
want to
up.
show you what's going on here.
All your loved ones are here.
Look,
What makes the moment
we
even
don't
better
have to worry about time
is
or
Fairlife
speed
and
right now.
cookies.
What I'm worried about is
Fairlife
you
Ultra Filtered
understanding
Milk has
how this
50% more
works, okay? I
protein
really,
and 50%
really
less
want you to
sugar than
understand.
regular milk, and
God,
is rich
please
and creamy.
stop it with
So
those
this holiday
commercials,
season,
man. God dang. Whew. That really bugs the hell out of me, boy. Anyways. You see how groovy that looks? So, I am the suit. So don't call it a mocap. I've been here for years. Okay? Don't call this a mocap, bro. Look. With a laser. The laser, it recorded 30 pulses per second. 30 light pulses per second. Maybe 60. I don't know. Yeah, you know what? I think it is 60. 60 pulses per second produced this hologram. So in hologram terms, this is the radiation from the hologram. That is the inferred light spectrum. Do you understand what I'm saying? No? Okay, watch this. That is the inferred light of the room. Here, watch when I strobe that. You see that? Does that make more sense? No? Okay. All right. See, do you get a good understanding now? Of inferred light versus visible light. Okay? Inferred light means that you can't see it, but it has to be visually represented as geometry. The landing points of the light pulses. Okay? Light travels at 660 million miles per hour. That is mind-boggling. Therefore, because you have this constant, this strict standard, it can now be your measuring stick without fail. It's like having an ultra resolute, down to the Planck scale, tape measure. Is that metaphor help you? So now we're measuring that movement with a quantum physics interaction. That is a quantum physics interaction where light meets matter. And it's all calculated. Every single one of those groovy looking pieces of light right there, that's beautiful. That's all being calculated at the same time. Watch. See? Watch this. I'll show you. All at the same time. See? Okay? Now, the black is very important too in this equation. Look. You see that black? Now I'm going to go around the back and show you through the black. See, now we're looking at the back through the black, through the back. Okay? You see every one of those little red squares? You see them now? It's like light bright. Remember when you were a kid and you had light bright? This is the exact, it's tactile. It's light that's tactile. You can almost touch it, but you can't touch it. You know what I'm saying? You can't touch this. Yeah, don't call it a mocap, bro. Are you kidding? This isn't mocap. This is art. This is posterity. This is legend. This is gold. This is freaking gold right here. And I like to do it because it's fun. And it's learning. I'm learning how to explore the universe, not just make motions. No, this is how they explore the universe as well. See how it takes the back. Okay, watch this. Takes the back, and then it puts it against the front. Back, black, back, black, black, black. Okay, so one more thing. Do you see those patterns in the back? You see how those patterns kind of looks like hippie art or a blacklight poster? Yes, you see how those are, okay, you see the circle at the top of the room? Do you see it? Do you see that circle at the top of the room, and when I oscillate, how that pattern moves like a freaking quantum wave? Well, that's exactly what it is. It's a quantum wave, Bubba. Look. It's a quantum wave in the background. Do you see the patterns? I know you can now because it's 4K. Update, people. We got 4K now. How it happened, I don't know. It just fell out of the sky like everything else. Okay? I am Rumpelstiltskin, and I'm spinning straw into gold. Joe, come on, man. You're getting full of yourself, aren't you? Well, you tell me if I'm getting full of myself when I showed you this. Okay, you see this? That is the radiation map. Okay, that's how it's inferring radiation, which is conical. Remember that. Radiation is conical. Light is conical. Causality is a light cone. You can't affect it if you're outside the light cone. It can't be affected in any way. No particle can ever interact unless maybe it was entanglement. I don't know. They're using entanglement now in computers. So it's good to not know some stuff, okay? Don't be a know-it-all and say, I know everything. You don't. It's fun to say, I don't know. Because then you can find out and know. Now that right there is a beautiful piece of art. Recorded not just for the purpose of making an animation, no, for posterity and history, for archival reasons, for storage, for capacity. You could even make it identification. You could make the pixels on those screens AI